A very good morning to one and all present over here. Today it is our day 3 and session 1 of our FDP. So today we have with us Dr. Tushar B sir. I request the head of the department, Dr. Madran Chane sir, to please felicitate him. Thank you so much, sir. It is both an honor and a privilege to introduce today's keynote speaker, Dr. Tushar B, a highly respected academician and a researcher in the domain of computer science and engineering, currently serving as an assistant professor at the Indian Institute of Information Technology, Nagpur. He holds a PhD in computer science and engineering from MITU Nagpur, with a research specialization in parallel computing. With over 22 years of academic experience, he has not only made significant contributions in the teaching and research, but also served in academic leadership as a head of the department. His core research interest includes deep learning, machine learning, parallel, quantum computing, information security, and data science. He has published more than 50 research papers in reputed HCI and Scopus Index journals, international conference and book chapters, and continues to be an active contributor to the advancement of emerging technologies. Dr. Tushar has successfully supervised 2 PhD scholars under the prestigious schemes including the Biswas PhD Fellowship and institutional funding, and currently guides 7 doctoral candidates. He has led a funded research project under the SERB EMEQ scheme and has organized AICT QIP STTPs and other FDPs with total research and training grants exceeding more than 1.88 lakhs. His contributions to the innovation includes 1 granted Australian patent and 1 published Indian patent. He is also recognized internationally as a peer reviewer of leading journals such as IEEE Access, Sprinter, and elsewhere, and has served on the technical committees of over 12 international conferences. We are delighted to have him with us today to share his insights and the intersection of advanced computing and next generation technology. I request him to please continue today's very first session. The topic to be discussed will be use of zero knowledge tools for privacy preserving healthcare data. And hand over to him.
Đúng rồi.
Yeah, so welcome to everyone for the today's session, which is based on zero knowledge proof. This concept we will going to look in terms of privacy preservation in healthcare and related kind of data. Okay, so lots of data is there which requires to preserve the privacy, right? So these are the contents that I am expecting in this particular session to be finished. We look into what are the zero knowledge proofs. Okay, then we will see how do we can enhance the privacy and security for online transactions by using zero knowledge proof. Then there are certain examples, and then what are the benefits that the organization and individual can have, and there are certain case studies which I have taken from different research papers, so that it will give a particular understanding. Yes, you can use this concept wherein you require no compromise in terms of security with respect to the data, which is a very sensitive, right? So let's move with the first thing, which is what are zero knowledge proof. So as per the zero knowledge proof, as name itself suggests, you don't require anything to be known at a particular point. Without that, we want to perform everything. Okay? Nothing to be shared and everything will be known or everything will be done. That is exactly the concept. So as per the definition, what you say that it is a technology in online security that enables, what generally does, it does the verification of the information. Okay? We want to verify certain information wherein we are not revealing certain part of information at that time. We want to verify, but we don't want to give anything in hand so that the third party will know the complete detail about that particular entity, right? So that exactly, and this ensures that your data is always secure, protected from the people or some particular attackers. That is the main ideology behind zero knowledge proof. We don't want to compromise with respect to data. Whatever is required, whenever is required, that and what will be required, that will be given. Other details will be not given, and verification will be happen on the globe, in the globe, right? Using zero knowledge, what we can do, these are the things that we can achieve: safer and private internet experience. We will see the examples, so you will going to see the relation of this particular technology. So this is the some point in time 85, this particular idea came in picture. Okay, zero knowledge proof concept, which can be seen in this particular paper, zero knowledge proof of interacting proof system, which was introduced by these three scientists. So then later on, we got different versions. So at that point, this was only the theoretical concept, which was not practically got implemented. The concept was given, and then now we are having a various different versions. As per our requirement, we can utilize it. So under this particular concept, which is called as a ZKP or zero knowledge proof, we will go into two actors. Okay, the one actor, which is called as a prover, can prove the another party, and there will be a one verifier. It will going to verify what is the fact about a particular communication. I say communication at this point. Okay, so under communication, I can pass anything. Right? So I take a communication as a point, and there what it does, without relieving any information or a part or the fact for a particular statement that I want to say to. Okay, so I am not going to tell any fact, but I say this is a true, and that will be going to check, or that can be validated by these two parties when they are communicating. So there will be a one verifier, there will be a one prover. Okay, so how they will going to make a dialogues, that we will going to see with the help of case studies. And then later on, there will be lots of improvement and development happens from the theoretical concept towards to the practical implementation, and now it is heavily adopted in the different what we can say areas where in the communication when we are exchanging, and it can be also used for electronic voting, access control, and gaming. So these are the some particular what we can say areas that I have mentioned. But wherever we want to see where there I don't want to tell who am I, there I can use this, and simply I can able to verify my identity at that time, and the communication or what we can say the transaction may start. This is one of the snapshot I have taken. There are this particular concept is already has been implemented. You can see there anonymous verification. So the keyword itself is very confusing. How the verification is anonymous? Verification has to be based on identity, right? So this is exactly the concept. It is doing a verification for you, for anybody, but it will not disclose him whether this particular verification performed for a particular person. So that is the secrecy it is maintained. So that is very, very important nowadays. We don't want to share all our details. No, only whatever is required. And on top of that, there is in background a kind of a set of algorithms that is in between whatever that prover is there and the verifier is there. It is doing all that particular stuff where a kind of a statement is given, and based on that statement only the things will be start communicating or start exchanging the data. Now let's move further that zero knowledge proof as a cryptography. Okay, it came from cryptography only. So let's understand this. So it is a cryptographic technique, that's all. Okay. So when it is a cryptographic technique, that means it will require a kind of mathematics. Without mathematics we cannot rely on any kind of cryptographic method because it cannot be a more sound. It requires some kind of suitable, I can't say hard. Mathematics is mathematics. It has to be a suitable mathematics that cannot be cracked. Then I can say it is good kind of secure technique, right? So as cryptography, all you are knowing, right? So in the cryptography, we are taking a particular message. That message we want to transmit. So we are not transmitting as it is. We are encrypting that particular message. As and when it is required, we are decoding it. That is exactly the cryptographic process. Same ideology has been taken in this particular zero knowledge proof. So one example I am provided over here. The example talks about, let's say there are two friends and they are having some secret notes. Secret data, right? And but they had a special way of writing them so that even if someone, that is the example of cryptography itself, right? So they are knowing how that can be encoded and how that can be decoded, right? So two parties are there, so they are involved over there. So you can consider any kind of cryptographic technique, right? Wherein that data can be encoded and decoded. Right? So where secret key comes in picture, private key, public key, and likewise so many other different cryptographic techniques. So the point of showing this particular slide is only one. The technique which we are discussing, it is the cryptography. That is only the crux of this slide, nothing else. Now the next point is, how do zero knowledge proof enhances the privacy and security for online? Most of the time it will be applicable for online only. Where in online, definitely nobody want to disclose his or her information. Nobody. Everybody want to be anonymous and let the transaction happens. That exactly zero knowledge proofs offers. So under this, these are the different opportunities that we are getting. So how do zero knowledge proof enhances? So to enhance the security, to enhance the what we can say privacy, these are the facts or these are the points zero knowledge proof is offering. The first one is secure digital identity verification. Okay. So everyone nowadays we are having a digital identity. Can you give an example of our digital identity? DigiLocker is one. Apart from that, if you are having DigiLocker, then only. I am not using DigiLocker. It might be created by government, but I have never accessed. Okay. What can be Aadhaar card? That is nowadays digital identity, right? So even giving complete Aadhaar card number is also very dangerous, right? So the before number has to be decrypted, encoded and masked, and the later number can be given, which we used to say last 4 digits, right? So this zero knowledge proof is helping in that particular sense. Something need to be get private, and then and the operation need to be get secure. Okay, so that's why privacy. So this is the first thing it is offering. So in the today's digital era, proving one's identity online is a crucial, and for many services like from banking to every. Nowadays we are connected to all the kind of digital platforms where we are not bothering even paisa nikalne ke liye hum bank mein jate hain, right? It just we are wherever we want to move that money, we are just getting the account detail of that person and just we are moving, we are making the transaction, right? So in the traditional techniques, what we are having there, all details need to be get shared, everything. The things that are not required, those also need to be get shared. Okay? And then if at that particular point those details are getting intercepted, so your identity will be going to get compromised. Okay, your identity can be kept at that particular point and can be utilized for any other malicious purposes, which is the traditional approach. But under zero knowledge proof, user can confirm their identity without revealing the personal details, which is, there are so many personal details, right? It can be date of birth, it can be your home address, and there are other details which are related to the identity of a person. Anything can be utilized as identity, right? And ensuring only right entities recognize them without the risk of exposing sensitive data. So this is, it is offering, identifying the digital, what we can say, your identity, and that has to be secure. So we will not going to share everything. So not going to share everything, that means you are requiring some kind of rules actually, or some kind of truth or facts upon which your identity can be built. Identity has to be something, right? Without disclosing that, it is not possible. So that zero knowledge proof is all about on particular statement or on particular secret message or some particular secret what we can say knowledge, you are agreeing, and when that is going to get matched or acquired, then identity is going to get established, and then communication starts. So before starting any communication, there has to be authorization.